You know, that Lago appeal to try to reverse Judge Cannon's decision that Jack Smith was unconstitutionally appointed and funded, that still remains, even though not against Donald Trump, against Walt Nauta and Carlos de Oliveira, as the Department of Justice tries to reverse Judge Cannon. You know that case? Well, Special Counsel Jack Smith has handed off the appeal to the Southern District of Florida and its U.S. Attorney, Mackenzie LaPointe. I'll cover it right here on Legal AF and explain to you exactly what it means, because I'm also happen to be a member of the Southern District of Florida and its proud history and heritage. I'm Michael Popok. You're on the Legal AF YouTube channel. Let's celebrate the new year together. Go out, hit the subscribe button, come right back to this hot take. I'll be here for you when you get back on the other side. Let's talk about what's going on. You may recall that Jack Smith filed an appeal to the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals sitting in Atlanta, which covers Florida, about Judge Cannon's unconstitutional decision, I'll put it that way, her meritless decision that the special counsel himself had been improperly and illegally and unconstitutionally appointed and funded, and therefore dismissed the indictment against Donald Trump and the others. Terrible law, first time in 200 years, against 200 years of federal precedent. And so, of course, the Department of Justice had to take an appeal and try to reverse that terrible ruling. While the appeal was going on, of course, Donald Trump won re-election or won election. And so you may have heard or remember that Jack Smith filed a notice with the 11th Circuit asking to have, at least just as to Donald Trump, to have the appeal dismissed, which they did. But the appeal still remains with against Carlos de Oliveira, who was the maintenance man at Mar-a-Lago, and Walt Nauta, who was the butler, if that thing still exists, for Donald Trump. More importantly, the underlying legal principles and the reversal of this bad law is what's at stake in the 11th Circuit appeal. You know, that's what the Department of Justice is still fighting for. Some people might think, why are they still fighting that appeal? Donald Trump, this and that. Yes, because it has to live on. This is terrible precedent. It's got to come off the books. That every special counsel has to be confirmed by the Senate. It upsets 200 years of precedent, including the United States Supreme Court's own decisions in the Nixon case, in the Nixon era. That case, that 11th Circuit case, is very important. We haven't gotten a ruling yet from the 11th Circuit, but I think by Jack Smith informing the 11th Circuit that they are withdrawing from the case as special counsel because he's going out of business, and being replaced by the Miami Southern District of Florida U.S. Attorney Mackenzie LaPointe. I love Mackenzie's story, by the way. He's a proud Haitian American, born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. He's the first Haitian American to ever be appointed to the U.S. Attorney's Office anywhere. And I think it's special. There's a special cosmic justice that he's the one that's going after Donald Trump, by extension, and going after Aileen Cannon after all the merciless attacks that the proud Haitian community took in Springfield, Ohio over that phony dog eating and pet eating story that Donald Trump perpetuated in order to get reelected. Now that office is taking it over, meaning they are going to continue to stand in the shoes of the Department of Justice, represent the Biden administration as long as they possibly can. They're holding on here for dear life to try to get to the point where the 11th Circuit makes a ruling. Now, U.S. attorneys like Mackenzie, like Mr. LaPointe, they will often tender their resignation right about now, so that when Donald Trump, the new president, whoever comes in, they can appoint all new U.S. attorneys. And if they don't resign, they end up getting fired. But that takes a while. It takes a while to get fired. You have to be fired by somebody. So Donald Trump couldn't fire him before the 20th of January, and then he'd have to have somebody in the Department of Justice fire him. But if everybody stays as long as they have to in order to, Merrick Garland hasn't said he's stepping down on the 20th. Until he's fired, he is the head of the Department of Justice. And so this will muck up the works and throw sand in the gears of Donald Trump's efforts to try to fire Mackenzie LaPointe in the Southern District of Florida and make him immediately dismiss the appeal. So what we're watching is the Department of Justice trying to buy some time. Right? This is one of these plays like in sports where they're just trying to, let's mop up the floor even though it's not wet. Let's take some air out of the ball. Let's run too many players on the field or not enough players on the field. Let's see if we can get a delay of game to buy us some time. That's what you're watching. You're watching some buying of some time by the Department of Justice, hoping the 11th Circuit wakes up and makes a ruling in their favor. and the U.S. Attorney's Office in Florida will be there to catch it. Now, we're also waiting on some other big bomb to drop by the special counsel, which is, I am sure he's already delivered to Merrick Garland his 2 closeout memos, his final prosecution reports for the Mar-a-Lago case and the D.C. election interference case. And Jack Smith or Merrick Garland has promised that he would publish those to the American people. I'm sure it's under review right now. Maybe this will be I don't know if it's going to be like during the slow news week between today and the Jan 1, but certainly before Jan 20, I am reasonably confident that we're going to get those reports. In the meantime, buy some time. That's what Jack Smith's doing. Get the 11th Circuit to rule. Get that bad precedent off the books and stick it to Donald Trump in the meantime. I'm continuing to follow all of it right here on Legal AF, the YouTube channel. A couple of things, viewing guides, if you will. Help us grow this channel. We're people-powered, Legal AF powered, Midas Mighty powered, no outside investors. You are the network. You are the channel. And we're doing this together, building it together. Tuesday nights at 8 p.m., Popok Live on Midas Touch Network, YouTube. On Legal AF, the OG podcast, if you will, Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Midas Touch Network. We are sitting at the intersection of law and politics, as we always have for the last 5 years. We don't blow smoke or sunshine, and we do it for you. And we really appreciate you watching us there and then picking us up on all podcast platforms. And then this Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us grow this pro-democracy channel, completely independent. Now more than ever, we need freely independent media commentary and analysis. So until my next contribution, I'm Michael Popok, and I'm reporting. In collaboration with the Midas Touch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories at the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.